teaching narrative for peace and justice. Water of life. Water is constantly in motion by way of the hydrology cycle. Water evaporates as vapor from oceans, lakes, and rivers, is transpired from plants, condenses in the air, and falls as precipitation, and then moves over and through the ground into water bodies where the cycle begins again. Water is one of the most vital resources for all living life on Earth. The availability and quality of water always have played an important part in determining not only where people can live, but also their quality of life. Even though there always has been plenty of fresh water on Earth, water has not always been available when and where it is needed, nor is it always of suitable quality for all uses. Water must be considered as a finite resource that has limits and boundaries to its availability and suitability for use. Water is very important, but for many different reasons. There's an interpretive flexibility where different social groups view it in many different ways. Water can be used for recreation, navigation, drinking, bathing, thermoelectric power, irrigation, cleaning, dilution, cooling and manufacturing facilities, mining, and the list goes on. But in stories like The New Hand, where the New Hand is able to make people young again by cutting them in half and throwing them into the river, water is used as a healer. Similarly, it has also had significance in stories like The Water of Life. The one thing that can save the king is the sacred water. He must have a drink of it in order to become well again, and his sons have made it their duty to get to the water so they can be next in throne. This sacred water makes the brothers become selfish because they want to be able to be the ones to get to the water first. Even though the significance of water in this story is very important, as it is the only thing that can save the king, it changes the brothers for the worst, because they are only thinking about themselves. The youngest brother is the only one that truly cares about his father's well-being, and he is not stubborn to listen to the stranger's voice and telling him where to go in order to find this magical water. Even though the water has a healing power, it changes the two older brothers for the worse. But in my life, water plays a much different role. Even though I use water regularly and it is a huge part of my life, I think of water metaphorically. Water is where I get my strength from. Even though I get my strength and encouragement from my family and friends, water is what empowers me. My goal is to become a civil engineer focusing in water resources. I want to be able to help those around the world who don't have accessible drinking water by inventing a water filtration system. Aside from water being my backbone, as it is what keeps me motivated to do well in school and achieve my dream of helping those without accessible, potable water, I also interpret the different connotations that water has. Water is flexible. It can be shaped, and it has many different uses. In my life, I have to learn to be flexible and face whatever life has to bring. And with the support of my family and friends, I can dive into the water and be shaped into the person that I am becoming. And water is what's going to help me navigate the way to my destiny.